Your voice, your opinion, your community. Fact TV, free speech protected.
Well, hello there, Buster Bear. What are you doing out? I thought bears sleep all winter long. What's that? Oh, you got restless and you decided to go for a walk? Well, thank you so much for coming to visit my house. Yeah. What's that? Do I want to go visit your house? Well, don't you live in a den? Yeah. Well, that does not sound very appealing. I mean, dens are usually cold and dark and damp. How do I get out of this without hurting Buster Bear's feelings? Oh! Oh, hello there. Welcome to Grandma Kitty's house. And I'm Grandma Kitty, of course. I am so glad to see you. You came just in time. Yeah, Buster wanted me to go see his den. I didn't really want to go. No, I didn't want to hurt his feelings, but it sounds cold and dark and damp. Yeah, but oh, look, Buster, we have company. Yes. Oh, and now Buster normally sleeps all winter long, but he got bored and he decided to come visit. Wasn't that nice of him to come visit me? Yes. You know how? What do animals do all winter long? Can you imagine that? They just kind of like disappear for the whole winter. Well, where do they go? I have a story that I just read. Oh, here it is. Oh, this is a good story. Maybe this will help answer some of our questions. This is called A Bed for the Winter, and it was written by Karen Wallace. Shall we read that together? Oh, I think this will be a good book. Let's see. A fluffy-tailed dormouse stops by a meadow. Cold rain is falling. Soon snow will be coming. The dormouse is looking for somewhere to sleep. She needs a bed for the winter. A squirrel gathers leaves high in a tree. He makes his nest warm for the cold winter weather. But a nest in the treetops is too high for a dormouse. The dormouse looks up, then scurries by. A queen wasp sleeps under an oak stump. She has squeezed through a crack in the rotten wood. But a crack in an oak stump is too small for a dormouse. The dormouse looks in, then scurries by. She's having a hard time finding a place to sleep, huh? A golden-eyed toad sleeps under a stone. It is muddy and wet, and the toad's skin is cold. But it's too wet for a dormouse under a stone. The dormouse looks in, then scurries by. A mother brown bear sleeps in a den. She is furry and warm. She stretches and yawns. The dormouse looks in. The bear's teeth are huge. The dormouse trembles, then scurries by. Do you think that was one of your relatives, Buster? Bats hang in a cave and cling to the rock. They huddle together and sleep through the winter. The cave is damp and dark. It's too cold for a dormouse. The dormouse looks in, then scurries by. Well, I can't blame her there. I wouldn't want to sleep with a bunch of bats for the winter either, would you? A family of rabbits hop into their burrow. They live underground when the weather is cold, but there are too many rabbits to make room for a dormouse. The dormouse looks in, then scurries by. Oh, but I bet it would be warm and cozy in there with all that fur. An owl with sharp claws flies over the meadow. He is hungry and watchful. He is hunting for mice. The owl swoops. The dormouse hides in a bush. Where can she find a safe bed for the winter? Oh, I thought that owl was going to get her. A deer comes to the meadow. She nibbles the grass. Her coat has grown thick for the cold winter weather. The dormouse shivers in the wind, then scurries by. A storm is coming. The sky has turned black. Bees fly home to their hive. Ants run to their nest. The dormouse waits under a branch for the storm to pass. Where can she find a safe bed for the winter? A snake slides through the grass. He has hungry black eyes. He stares at the dormouse. His tongue flicks in and out. The dormouse is trapped. She's too scared to move. The snake slithers closer. His forked tongue comes nearer. Boom! Thunder rumbles. Crack! Lightning flashes. The snake stops for a second, then shoots into the grass. The dormouse runs through the meadow. Her heart pounds like a drum. She climbs up a tree trunk. She crawls into a hole. She finds a place that is safe and dry. Snow falls on the meadow. The ground is frozen and hard. Snug in the tree hole, the dormouse is sleeping. Her long, fluffy tail is wrapped tightly around her. Her search is over. The dormouse is safe. At last, she has found her bed for the winter. Oh, isn't that an interesting story? Oh, that poor dormouse. I thought that snake was going to get her. Thank goodness for that thunder and lightning. Yeah, that saved her, huh? Do you like snakes, Buster? Oh, what's that? No. Oh, because they bite. Oh, yeah, they do bite. And they're just plain ugly. Yeah. Oh, well, so today I thought we could talk about where some of the animals go in the wintertime. So are you awake enough to help me, Buster? Yeah? Okay, good. So I have a bag full of animals. And let's see, we'll talk about them and see where they go. Oh, look, this is a cute little chipmunk. Oh, I just love chipmunks. They're so sweet. They go into holes in the ground for the winter and live alone. Now, some kids get squirrels and chipmunks mixed up. Chipmunks have the stripes, and squirrels are gray with bushy tails. Now, do you know where squirrels live for the winter, Buster? In my bird feeder. Oh, yes, I always have a squirrel in my bird feeder. Yeah, I think they think they're birds. Here, I brought a t-shirt to show you. My son bought this for me, and it's got a picture of a squirrel on it, and it says, hey, excuse me, but the bird feeder is empty. Isn't that funny? Because the squirrels just love the bird seed. All right, what else do we have? Oh, we have a rabbit. Look at this pretty fluffy rabbit. So they hide under bushes or in brush piles or under stumps, anywhere where the brush is thick and it's easy to hide. Yeah. Now, some rabbits actually change color to blend in better. Like if they're in the snow, they might kind of turn white to blend in with the snow. Huh. If I wanted to blend in with my environment, I would have to turn green, but then I would disappear. Well, speaking of green, here's a little frog. Yeah, so frogs, they go under leaves or logs or any tight little space that they can squeeze into and just be comfy for the winter. And oh, look at this, a swan. Oh, I just love swans. They're beautiful birds. So, Buster, do you know where swans, what they do in the winter? They go south. Yeah. That sounds good to me. They head down south and they find warmer weather. Do you think that sounds good, to go down south and find warmer weather? Or what's that? You don't like warm weather? Oh, because he's got too much fur. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I mean, you wouldn't want to go someplace that's really warm when you're wearing a fur coat all year long. Yeah, I guess that makes sense, Buster. So let's see. Oh, look at this. Look at this cute little stinker. We have a skunk here, and he sure is cute, but boy, he sure can ruin a party. Yeah, no one wants to hang out with a skunk unless you've lost your sense of smell. Yeah. So do you know what skunks do in the winter, Buster? They don't actually hibernate. They go into this deep sleep, but sometimes when it's kind of warm, they might wake up and go explore. That's sometimes why you see them in the winter. Oh, actually, you smell them in the winter, don't you? Yeah, because they wake up from their deep sleep and they go out exploring. And what's that? Where do they sleep? They sleep any place they can find a comfortable spot, hopefully it's not in your den or in my shed. No, that wouldn't be good. I'm going to leave that little stinker right here with you, Buster. Oh, look at this. We have a penguin. Oh, penguins are so cute. I just love to watch penguins waddle across the snow. Now, did you know, Buster, that some penguins actually hibernate? I didn't think they did because you always see them out in the snow. And the emperor penguin, he stands really tall like this. And he's designed to handle extreme cold. But, some of them, they do hibernate. Here, can I kind of set him with you? All right, let's see what else we have here. Oh, look, we have a bear. This is Bartley. How are you doing, Bartley? Yeah. So you guys know a lot about what bears do for the winter. So where do you go, Bartley? Oh, you go in rock crevices, and you said you have a den, Buster, right? Yeah. So now, what if you can't find rocks or a den? Oh, hollow logs or trees. Okay, yeah, that would make sense. Yeah. Oh, and look, I've got another bear here, and this is a different kind of bear. This is a polar bear, because polar bears are white, and this is an Alaskan polar bear. Do you know how I know that? Because it says so right on her shirt. Alaska. Yeah, so this is an Alaskan polar bear. Now, like penguins, I didn't think polar bears hibernated because you always see them out walking in the snow, but sometimes polar bears will temporarily find dens to huddle in. Probably they get tired with all that walking and they probably need to rest. Yeah, so let's see what else we have here. Oh, we have a moose. Yeah. Did you know that moose do not hibernate in the winter? No, they have these long, skinny legs, and that helps them to walk better in the snow. But it's easier for them to walk on packed trails, like snowmobile trails or train tracks, or sometimes they just walk down the road. Yeah. They have a lot of fur, like you, Buster. So sometimes they lay down in the snow to cool themselves off. What's that, Buster? Do I lay down in the snow? Well, when I was little, I used to like to lay down in the snow and make snow angels, and that was a lot of fun. But at my age, oh my goodness, I'm afraid if I laid down in the snow, well, I might just have to hibernate there in my front yard until someone either misses me or until spring comes. Yeah, I probably wouldn't be able to get back up again. No. All right, let's see. Oh, we have some insects, some bugs here. I never really thought much about bugs in wintertime, but here we have a bee. Oh, isn't he cute? Yeah. So, do you know what bees do, Buster? They huddle close in the middle of their hive, and they take a 3-month nap together. Yep, they just snuggle up and settle down for a long winter's nap. Yep. Oh, and then we have a butterfly. Butterflies are beautiful. Yeah. And you know what they do? They hide in log piles or hollow trees. Have you seen any in your den? No? Well, sometimes they just find a sheltered area like around houses. They might tuck themselves in a corner or a crevice or maybe behind shutters or something. So maybe I have some hibernating around my house. But some butterflies, like monarchs, they'll do like the swans and they'll head south. They'll go to Mexico or Southern California where it's warm. Yep. All right, ladybug. I love ladybugs. They're just so cute, aren't they? Yeah, do you know what ladybugs do, Buster? You think they fly south? Well, I don't know. They have very small wings, so I don't know if they could fly too far south because they've got such tiny little wings. Well, what they actually do, they try to find a safe place that's not too cold, and they sleep. And sometimes they sleep as long as 9 months. That's most of the year. That sounds kind of boring. They sleep most of their lives away. Yeah. Let's see what we. Now this. I'm going to let you hold him. This is a spider. I'm going to let Buster hold him. And that's an insect that I wouldn't mind if he would sleep 9 months out of his life. Yeah, I wouldn't mind if he slept most of the time. But no, spiders, they climb under rock piles or wood piles or piles of leaves, any place where they can get down underneath and find shelter for the winter. Oh, and here we have a grasshopper. Grasshoppers, they're neat insects, but their story isn't a happy one. No. In late summer or fall, they'll lay their eggs in the ground, and then when the weather gets cold, you know what happens to them? They die. That's very sad, isn't it? Yeah. They only live a short time. Yeah. So in the spring, when it gets warm, all those eggs that they laid before winter, they'll hatch. But all those new babies, they don't have a mom or a dad. Isn't that a sad story, Buster? Yeah. I think the next time I see a grasshopper, I'm going to be extra nice to him because he's got kind of a rough life. Poor grasshopper, anyway. Yeah. Birds. What do you think birds do, Buster? Yeah, that's right. A lot of them fly south, though, because they have stronger wings than ladybugs. Yeah, but, there's a couple that do not, and I'm so happy that they do not. We have, a cardinal. Cardinals are bright red. And then we have a blue jay, and blue jays are bright blue. Aren't they beautiful? And I'm so glad that they stay around for the winter, because winter's kind of boring with no color, you know, just the white snow and the gray sky. And when I see these birds, blue jay and cardinal, in my bird feeder, oh, they just look so pretty against the white snow. So I'm glad that they don't fly south for the winter, because I enjoy seeing them. Yeah, oh, wait a minute. We've got one more animal here. I'm not really sure what he is. I think he might be a groundhog. Yeah, did you know groundhogs do hibernate? But you know, on February 2nd, they'll drag one of them out, Puxatawny Phil. They'll drag him out of his hole, and you know, they want to know if he's going to see a shadow or not. And if he sees his shadow and runs back into his hole, that means we're going to have 6 more weeks of winter. Do you know what I think? I think if it's February 2nd and March and winter doesn't start until the middle of March anyway, well, of course we're going to have 6 more weeks of winter. Why do we have to drag that poor groundhog out of his sleeping, comfortable position and have him see his shadow? I think they should just leave that poor groundhog alone and let him sleep. He's tired, don't you think? Yeah. I mean, of course we got 6 more weeks of winter. Yeah. Yeah. So, so let's see. Buster, are you still with me, Buster? Are you awake? Yeah. Well, you know what I think we should do now? I think we should move on to Move and Groove. Here, let me move these all out of your way. Do you know what Move and Groove is? It's where we get up and move and we get some exercise. Yeah, so I brought Oh Happy Day because I thought, you know, I was thinking about the animals, and when they wake up in the springtime and they can get out and move, they must be so happy. What's that? You're very happy because that means you can go find food? Yeah, you do look like quite a healthy bear. Yeah, so I'm sure you eat well. But right now, instead of eating, we're going to exercise. So let's do Oh Happy Day. So join us at home. Hop up off your couch. And remember that when you move and groove, it makes your heart beat. Your heart was designed to beat, and it's happy when it's beating. So hop up and get ready to join us. Okay, here we go. Come on, Buster. Oh, happy day. 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 When Jesus walked, when Jesus walked, when Jesus walked, when Jesus walked, when Jesus walked. Good job. How was that? Did you like all that moving and grooving? Oh, you didn't like it when I threw you up in the air? Oh, I guess I should have asked before I did that. Yeah, I should have been more careful. All right, so how are we doing? Are you gonna stay with me so that we can do the bee basket? What's that? Oh, are there bees in the bee basket? Oh, no, here, let me show you. This is the bee basket, and it has a picture of a bee on it. And no, there's not really bees in there, because remember, the bees are hibernating in their hive. Remember, they're all snuggled down for a long winter's nap, so I know what you were thinking. You were thinking if there's bees in this basket, then probably there's honey. Oh, bears do love honey, you know. Oh, yeah, I can see where you were going with that. No, sorry, Buster. No bees, no honey. Oh, wait a minute, look. Oh, my goodness, there is some honey in there, Buster. They left you some honey. Oh, wasn't that nice of the bees to think about you? Let me set that honey right there in front of you. All right, let's just leave it right there while we do the bee basket, okay? So remember that our bee basket are the things we want to be. Like Buster usually is like be happy or be healthy or be friendly or something like that. Oh dear. This is a very challenging bee. Oh, I have trouble with this one myself. Do you want to know what it says? It says, be patient. Oh, this is a difficult bee. Yeah. Oh, I can see how it applies though, because you know the animals, they have to be patient while they wait for winter to pass. See, people can still do things in the winter, like going skiing and skating and sliding and snowboarding and things like that. But animals, well, they just have to sleep while they wait patiently for spring to arrive. Yeah. Buster, do you know what the opposite of patient is? That would be impatient, right? Impatient is when you just don't want to wait. You're probably feeling impatient looking at that honey, aren't you? Because you probably really want to eat that honey, yeah. But you know what? You just need to be a little bit patient, yeah, because it wouldn't be polite to eat in front of our friends. So Buster's just going to have to be patient a little bit longer. So you know, in our society today, it's hard to be patient because everything is so fast-paced. Like you go to McDonald's, you drive up and you order your food, and you go to the next window and you pay for your food. And then you go to the next window when you pick it up, and just like that, you got a burger and fries, just like that, in a matter of minutes, yeah. Now, if you wanted to make a burger and fries, oh my goodness, you'd have to go to the store, and you'd have to buy your hamburger and your buns and your fries, and go home and cook it all, you know, and then you probably would get impatient while you're waiting for it. You know, there's an old saying that says, good things come to those who wait. And you know, waiting without complaining, that's how we show that we are patient. Yeah. So while Mom's cooking dinner, if we're saying, how much longer, Mom? I'm starving and I can't wait any longer. Well, that would be impatient and not patient. Yeah. Patient means having a good attitude while you wait. It's waiting without complaining. Yeah. What's that, Buster? Is there a test to see if we are patient? Oh, well, actually there is. Yeah, it's called life. Yeah, life can really test your patience sometimes. Yeah, things that you think are going to be simple and they don't turn out to be simple. Yeah. And I'll be honest, I don't always pass the test really well. No, sometimes when kids will test your patience. Do you ever test your patience, your mom and dad's patience? Yeah. And I find that sometimes I'm just not as patient as I would like to be. Yeah. Sometimes I feel like I score below average. Yeah. But here's the thing. Kids in life will always give you another chance to try again. Yeah. I mean, there's room for a lot of error on this one. I mean, all we can do is try. And sometimes it is hard to be patient. But you know, there's another saying that says, practice makes perfect. So we just have to keep trying. Yeah, we'll just have to keep working on being patient. Yeah, so that can be a goal of ours. So Buster, did you just yawn? Oh my goodness, I think Buster's getting really tired. I think you better head back to your den before you fall asleep. I don't want you falling asleep on my floor. I'd have to walk around him for the rest of the winter, but everyone might think I have a beautiful bear rug, because he would make a pretty bear rug, wouldn't he? Yeah. Well, Buster, I'm so glad that you came to visit me, and maybe one of these days after the snow melts, maybe I'll come out and check your den out and see what your house is like. Yeah. I'm sure it's Not as cozy as mine, but I'm sure it's quite suitable for a bear. Yeah, yeah. Well, you know, Buster's been very patient waiting for his honey, so I think probably I should let him have some honey to eat and then send him back home before he falls asleep in the middle of my living room. Yeah, well, I hope you enjoy the rest of your winter and be thankful that you have a nice cozy house to live in and not a cold, damp den like Buster. What's that, Buster? What did I say? Oh, nothing. I was just hoping my friends will enjoy the rest of their winter. Yeah, that's all. Well, you take care. You stay healthy, safe, and happy, and Grandma Kitty will see you again soon. Bye-bye.